Looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. DeAndre Hunter is out there with Chuma Okeke. Then there's Mitchell. Then it's Jared Allen. And it's Okoro in at the two-guard position.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more.
For three, Allen. That one's good. Mitchell making the play.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Pass to Edey. Jackson down low. Okeke's there. Lets it fly. Jackson gets the bucket.
I love the strength shown by Jackson there, refusing to let the defense have the last word.
Allen with a screen on Williams. From deep, Mitchell. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. The Grizzlies on offense. Williams passes to Morant. And a miss there on the triple. Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach for a minute. I discussed with Coach the difficulties of guarding Donovan Mitchell. He jokingly responded, "You mean the guy who scored 71 points? It should be pretty easy." And he went on to say, "Donovan is one of the best scorers in the game. We have to be disciplined and guard him closely. This will be a big test for their defense." Guys?
Appreciate the report, Allie. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024, Grant.
You know, really, by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
Here's Okeke. Some solid defense from Williams.
That's the shot you hope for, right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Edey, that's good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's Mitchell. Pass to Allen. Morant looking for an opening. Here's Edey. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. And he banks in the layup. Edey's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup, nicely done.
Mitchell against Williams. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Allen outside to the paint. Here's Hunter. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Three-pointer off the mark. Cavaliers trail by 4. There's 1:40 left in the opening quarter. Hunter, a screen on Bane. Allen on the wing. Okoro outside. To the left wing. Okoro on the wing. Fires the 3. Goes up again. Allen, the pass to Okeke. Okoro outside. Hunter against Williams. 4 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Goes up with it again. And Allen gets it to go on the assist by Hunter. Allen's got 5 now. Left side, Morant. There's Jackson with the three. Not going to go that time.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pass to Hunter. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. And finished off by Hunter.
I think we can say that shot is well within his range.
Yeah, let's hope so. Morant with it. Guarded now by Okoro. Back to Morant. Here's Edey. Checked by Mitchell. And that's a foul. Called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter here. Morant with the bucket.
Because of his ability to elevate and make adjustments in air, Morant has no trouble scoring inside.
And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Back to Payne. From deep. Doesn't go that time. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Memphis. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Jaren Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Williams in at the three. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Here's Mitchell. A strong move by Mitchell inside.
There's a level of tenacity by Donovan Mitchell on the interior there. Wow, what a finish.
Jackson surveying the D. Pass to Morant. Jackson the screen. The three. Oh, Morant sinks the triple.
Yeah, Morant showing a bit of confidence knocking down that three.
And one thing that Morant has always been a lead at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Payne. No points so far. Pass to Edey. Outside Morant. Now Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the triple. Donovan Mitchell with a board. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cavaliers. They trail by 1. And here's Hunter from the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. Hunter's got 7.
Donovan Mitchell showing off that great vision.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Three-pointer. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
The three, Allen. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell.
3 points.
Mitchell's got 3 assists in the game.
Okay, Mr. Allen, I did not know the three-point shot was in your bag. Nicely done.
Now here's Williams. Jackson the screen. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Allen's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Hunter. Back to Mitchell. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Now, here's Williams. No points yet. Back to Payne. Jackson with it. Takes a three, and that one goes. 4 for 7 for him so far.
You have to account for Jackson Jr. in the corner. I mean, he's an excellent three-point shooter.
Hunter, a screen on Williams. Okoro on the wing. And Cleveland another three.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Edey. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Edey's got 6 points.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Here's Mitchell. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. There's 1:12 left in the first half. Morant, the pass to Jackson. And it's all from three-point range. The Cavs have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Inside, here's Okiki. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call.
Second team foul. Shooting for Cleveland.
We were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong.
Wow! Put that in the dunk contest!
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
The ball's knocked loose. Morant, the pass to Williams. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And he shows the focus there, nails the tee. A line change here for Memphis. Down low, here's Allen. Oh! And he jams it home with authority.
Jared Allen putting on a show. Get out of his way, folks. It's coming down on your head.
Pass to Huff. Clark outside. Here's Huff. Here's Wells. He got it up. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Cleveland on top, leading by 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Strong performance by Jaren Jackson.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
On the court right now for Cleveland. They've got Dean Wade. Ty Jerome is out there with Darius Garland. Then it's Evan Mobley, and it's Thompson in at center.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Cleveland leading by 5. Garland with the ball. Out to Mobley. Back to Garland. Thompson with a screen. Shot clock at 6. Garland no good. The Grizzlies shooting pretty well at 45%. Doris, so much improvement from Garland since coming into the league.
Oh, no doubt, Brian. This guy is now a do-it-all guard. You can play him at both the 1 and the 2 positions. The versatility that he possesses is such an important aspect in the league today.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Evan Mobley was the 3rd overall pick in 2021. His teammate Donovan Mitchell said about him, "It's crazy, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't think he really understands how good he can be. He can take us to a completely different level. I personally believe that he can be a top 5 player in this league." Ryan, high praise for his teammate.
Indeed it is. Good stuff, Allie. Fires for 3. Cleared away by Wells.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it. That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look. Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Here's Clark. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Now here's Garland. Still no points. Here's Wade. No good with the triple. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And the bucket is good.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
The Cavaliers lead by 3. Now Garland. 13 feet out. And that one's long. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Stevens, the pass to Clark. It's rebounded by Wade. Cleveland has got nothing to fall from outside in this 3rd quarter. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
This guy is always looking to set up his teammates. Darius Garland has his head on a swivel.
Knocks down the triple.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
Garland, the pass to Wade. Now here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Boy, that's a single-minded play from Tristan Thompson. Knows the defense is ready for him, but takes the contact and doesn't let it affect his finish.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd. Here's Huff. Offensive board. Pass to Wells. Kennard for 3. Knocks down the long J. Kennard's got his 2nd basket on the night.
This, folks, is what a pure shooter looks like. Luke Kennard. So good from range.
Here's Garland. Hand on it. Here's Stevens. Covered by Mobley. 54 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Shot by Kennard.
They are unconscious from no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Wade misses. Memphis has gone 3 of 7 from deep so far in the 3rd quarter. Stevens, the pass to Wells. There's 21 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Kennard can't get it to go. And it's Garland with the ball for Cleveland. To the inside, Wade. Good D by Clark.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
When you keep your eyes up, good things tend to happen. Excellent pass ahead.
And that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. It's the Grizzlies up by 4. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. A line change here for Memphis. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Bain. Jackson out there with Vince Williams, and it's Edey in at the center position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Allen with a screen on Williams. Here's Mitchell. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
First personal foul.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Memphis.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
I think tonight has also, guys, been about the lost art of the mid-range jumper. If you utilize that in-between game right, there's plenty of value in it.
Back to Morant. Three-pointer. Buries it from three. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
Yeah, we're seeing Morant get more and more comfortable operating off the ball.
Jackson with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. Back to Jackson. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
The kick to Hunter. Puts up a 3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Morant. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Cavaliers trail by 9. Outside Hunter. To the middle. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
One of Jared Allen's best qualities is his motor. That activity paying dividends with his scoring.
Morant with it. Guarded now by Okoro. Morant, the pass to Williams. Here's Edey. Back to Williams. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Mitchell against Bain. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. The slam by Donovan Mitchell.
There are very few guys who can match the athleticism of Donovan Mitchell. How quickly does he get off his feet?
Pass to Edey. Back to Morant. Jackson on the wing. Out left to the wing. Edey for 3. And it's Okiki with a rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Mitchell, the pass to Allen. Outside Mitchell. It's rebounded by Memphis. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. It's stolen away. Mitchell on the attack.
Wow, Donovan Mitchell simply fearless when his team is in need.
Pass to Edey, and here's Jackson. Jack's up with 3. And again, it's Memphis missing. 1:44 left to play in the 4th quarter. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, you love the aggression defensively, but at this stage of the game, that's a huge mistake.
Timeout, Grizzlies. Chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, over that last break, I was able to catch the message that the Grizzlies head coach was giving to his team. Coach was blunt with his assessment. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Pass to Edey. And again, it's Memphis missing. The Cavs trailing. Allen attacking. And it's Jared Allen with the foul. That's his first foul.
Boy, not on the same page there. In a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Memphis has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. Here's Morant. They can't stop the run with that one. For Cleveland, they've gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. It's deflected. Here's the break. Anderson outside. Pass to Bain. From the arc. Hunter with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Now Allen. Out to the wing. Moran against Mitchell. Allen with it to take the lead. Oh, the trifecta!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Morant on his way. Oh, misses the dunk. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Mitchell against Williams. Outside Mitchell. And there's a whistle. That goes on Vince Williams. That's foul number 2 for him.
I can't believe that took so long. They needed to foul much sooner.
And so it's the Cavaliers who come out on top. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped.
Opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. They've got Alperon Şengün. Tari Easton is out there with Brooks. And it's Green, and it's Thompson in at the two-guard spot. And for Memphis, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Gigi Jackson is out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Edey in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
First team foul.
Now Morant. And that one drops.
And no problem for Morant that close to the hoop. Once he gets inside, he makes it look easy.
Green against Morant. Right side, Green. Green draws the double. Pass to Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. Over Jackson. Thompson misses.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Offensive rebound. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And Alperon Şengün gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach. I asked him how they plan on bottling up Jalen Green, and he said, we have to try and stay in front of him and protect the rim. Jalen is an explosive athlete and an incredibly crafty finisher around the basket, so keeping him out of the paint will be easy. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. And Clark, watching Amen Thompson, he is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, He's explosive. He's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
Bangs home the trifecta.
He's got a real nice feel for the game. Şengün's quick to make the most of an open look when it avails itself.
And finished off by Morant.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And it's Green slamming it down.
Some of these dunks he throws down are absolutely absurd. What an athlete Green is.
The three from Morant. Şengün with the rebound. Houston leading by 6. Eason gets a wide open look. Offensive rebound. Here's Brooks. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
Morant passes to Bing. A three-pointer is right on target.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Green. Pass to Eason. Here's Brooks driving to the basket.
And the quickness of Brooks' drive can be overwhelming. Burst inside before the D can react.
Now here's Morant for 3. Şengün with the rebound. Houston's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Brooks finds Eason. Back to Brooks. Bing with the steal. Pass to Jackson. Here's Edey. On the wing, Jackson. No good with the triple. Rockets leading by 7. Here's Eason. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Eason. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And he comes up with the deuce.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Memphis. Now, here's Morant for 3. The long-distance 3 is buried. Morant's got 7 points.
And you can see the confidence Morant possesses. He's fine testing his luck with the quick pull-up, Jay.
And here's Green outside. And Bane pulls it down. The tray. His shot misses. And that does it for the first quarter. Rockets lead by 9. And will return shortly. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
And so in the game for the Rockets, they've got Jalen Green. Tari Eason is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Brooks in at the 3 slot. Şengün with a screen on Morant. And here's Green outside. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Morant sets a screen for Jackson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
Going inside, that one drops for him. Green's got 7 points in the game.
One of Green's primary attributes, speed. And when he combines that speed with staying under control, that's a problem.
And it's Morant missing.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Thompson left side. Brooks against Bain. Şengün with a screen on Bain. Brooks. The shot from the low post is good. Brooks has got the lead up to 12 now for the Rockets. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Looking to get back on track here. Good D by Thompson. Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good bets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. And he makes that one. He's got 8.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Morant left side. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Able to score from anywhere on the court, Green can hurt you in myriad ways, and his game is only growing.
And that one's good, Morant.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And here's Green outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Green's got 10 points in the quarter.
Of course, a volume three-point shooter like Green has an answer. He was ready to strike back in a hurry.
Jackson against Thompson. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Brooks for 3. Here's Eason. It's rebounded by Memphis. Bain's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Jackson gets it to go.
It's like reading a picture book for Morant. He makes it look insanely easy.
There's 53 seconds left now here in the second. Thompson sets the pick for Green. Down low. Stolen by Jackson. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Thompson. Driving inside. It's rebounded by Memphis. Bain's got his 5th rebound in this one. And it's Morant missing.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Brooks with no one around. Nailed from three-point land. Brooks has got 7 points for the quarter.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
And so it's Jalen Green making highlights for the Houston Rockets. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. He'll get you back to the action after this break. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Well, guys, what can you say? Jalen Green, an impressive effort here today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Pippen is out there with Kennard. Then it's Santi Aldama. Then there's Wells. And it's Huff in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
Rockets leading by 17. And a minute played as the second half gets going. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Smith. Here he goes. Wells grabs the miss. Memphis has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Now, here's Kennard. Whitmore defending. Here's Huff. From outside, off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Landale. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
At the line for the Rockets.
And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up.
Taken third overall in 2022, Smith, instead of trying to take the league by storm, he was looking for ways to fit in within the system. And that's what coaches love about players like him. There's no shortage of verticality to Whitmore's game. He makes for a big target above the rim.
Pippen with it. Now Smith defending. Here's Aldama. No good on the 3. Rockets leading by 19. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Whitmore. That 3 off the mark. Grizzlies have gone 0-5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. Wells passes to Huff. Aldama with the ball. Working on Tate. Pocket 6. Pippen kicks to Kennard. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Landale with the bucket. Landale's got his first 3 points of the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Wells. Tate covering.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg? Out with that emphatic slam.
And guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit. I can tell you that. Watch out. He can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that way.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Tate's only got his first basket.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Pass to Kennard. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Whitmore with it. Smith sets the pick for Whitmore. Sinks the three-pointer. Whitmore's got 5 now.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Pass to Wells. Memphis moving that ball around. Basket counts.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
And it's VanVleet with the ball for the Houston Rockets. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Whitmore sends a screen for Van Vliet. And another three for Houston.
And count on Van Vliet to hit that three-point shot. He's an efficient scorer from beyond the arc.
Kennard with a screen on Van Vliet. Pippen, no luck. Rockets leading by 23. Van Vliet wide open. And it's good off the back rim and in. He has 7.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Huff passes to Aldama. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Whitmore. He has 5. There's the steal. A 3-ball. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So on the floor for Houston, Alperen Sengun out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Green, and it's Thompson in at the shooting guard position. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got his 4th rebound in this one. Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And Green slams it in.
Jalen Green has some serious hops. Yes, he does.
Morant against Thompson. And it's Morant missing.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
And Gigi Jackson is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Here's Sengun. They get the rebound. Green. Pass to Eason. Now Thompson. Second chance shot. Misses the layup. Memphis has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Offensive rebound. Sengun kicks to Green. The three-pointer off the mark. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Morant passes to Bain. Morant with this screen on Brooks. And a wide-open look for Bain. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Here's Green. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Sinks the triple. Green's got 22 points.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Not to be outstaged. Morant saying right back at you.
Outside, Green. Pass to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
The three from Morant. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Morant against Green. Shot clock at 5. Eason with a screen for Green. The second chance effort. Stolen by Jackson.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Houston.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jalen Green.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Zach Edey. That is his first foul of the game. Houston's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Outside, Green. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbows. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Drills the three-pointer.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Now here's Brooks. So we see Houston taking the W here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they control the
are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
So the Houston starting five. Tari Eason is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then it's Dylan Brooks. Then it's Green. And it's Thompson in at the 2. Now here's Eason. Clock at 6. Driving to the basket. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Hunter the screen. Here's Mitchell. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
The little floater is so hard to stop. Mitchell gets you back on your heels, then he pulls the string.
Green against Mitchell. Right side Green. Here's Eason. Mobley with the block. And pushing it up. Here's Cleveland. Ball's going up the court. Allen can't get it to go. Well, you talk about an anchor for this defense. Richard Jared Allen is that.
It's hard to find a big man who can move and eat up space like Allen. He's a great shot blocker that can also move his feet on the perimeter and guard in isolation. But a difference maker at the rim, that is where he's at his best.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Hunter against Brooks. They set a pick. And finished off by Hunter.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Now here's Eason. Brooks from outside, and he buries his first look.
And you gotta at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
Allen outside. Back to Mitchell. Allen a screen. Out to Mobley. Allen, right side. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Not known as a quick shooter, but Allen shows what he's got there.
Green with the ball. Brooks the screen on Mitchell. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang. Pass to Allen. Back to Mitchell. Allen with a screen on Thompson. Mitchell with the ball. And it's Şengün picking him up. Back to Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
He's had that move saved up for a minute. You can tell with that smile on his face. Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
Richard, how about that memorable Rockets winning streak early in 2024?
11 straight wins. Look, that's no easy task, no matter who you are playing. The energy in the locker room must have just been off the charts.
Now here's Eason. Outside for Brooks. Over Hunter. And again, it's Houston.
And he's much more comfortable shooting off a pass. Brooks with a nice shot.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Mobley, right side. And Mobley throws it down.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Mitchell against Green. Screen by Eason. Three-pointer. And it's Green missing. And there's the call on Tari Eason. That's his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
The Cavaliers leading. Now Mitchell. Thompson pulls it in.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
The offensive rebound. Outside Eason. Thompson outside. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. And that one's good for Brooks.
Nice find by Thompson. Now, good to see him sharing the ball like this.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Mitchell, the pass to Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home. Already 5 leads changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Brooks a screen on Mitchell. Pass to Brooks. And he drives in, banked it in off the glass. Brooks has got 10 points in the game.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. First free throw is good.
At the line for your Cavaliers with 2 shots.
So both free throws good from Allen. Tries a 3 off the inbound. And Brooks is good for 3. He's got 13. Gets it off. And that's not going to go. Dylan Brooks, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the... And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
So the Rockets 5 now. Alperen Sengun out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Dylan Brooks. And it's Green in at the point. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Sengun and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Allie. Houston has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. On the wing, Thompson. Hunter covering. Three-pointer, Brooks. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Okoro outside. From deep, Mitchell. Man, he can't sink that one. He's 2 for 4 in the contest. The Rockets' shooting has been good. 54% on this one. Since being drafted in 2021, Alperen Sengun has really grown his game, Richard.
Particularly his assist numbers. That's what impresses me. You can run the offense through the 6'11" Sengun. It's so impressive.
Clock is at 3. Green, the pass to Sengun. And Sengun, throw it down.
Trading the lead back and forth. Neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Now here's Mitchell. Pass to Allen. He's off on the layup.
That's just the bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss them.
On the wing, Thompson. Guarded by Okoro. Out of bounds. It'll be Cleveland ball. For Cleveland, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Allen. Oh, big finish! Wow.
Okay, I see you.
And down it goes. Jam that one home. Outside Eason. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Screen by Eason. Just 5 to shoot. Thompson attacking. Misses from close range. The Cavs have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Offensive rebound. Allen. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Allen's got 6 here in the quarter.
What coaches love about Allen is he finds points. You don't have to run a ton of stuff for him.
Pass to Sengun. It's stolen by Hunter. Fast break. Here we go.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
It's Thompson, high post. Yet to see a basket. Grown man point from Donovan Mitchell. All right, I don't want to make you feel too old here, RJ, but you did get drafted back in 2001. What's the biggest change in the game, you think?
Oh, I think without a doubt the physicality and the 3-ball. Teams are not as physical, and they shoot a lot more threes. When I came in, they were barely shooting them. Now that's all that matters.
We've got 1:55 left in the second quarter. Green against Mitchell. Green in the post. Nice take inside by Green.
The defense does have Green well covered, but look, he fights through it and finds a way inside.
Pass to Allen. We've got 1:28 left in the second quarter. Hunter passes to Mitchell. Inside. Shot clock at 6. The kick to Hunter. The three is up. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 5 assists in the game.
Sharing the love. If you get yourself this open, Mitchell will set you up.
Now here's Green. Eason a screen on Mitchell. Outside Eason. Fires the three. That one no good. Cleveland leading by 5. And there's the call on Jalen Green. That's his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
.50 seconds left in the second. Hunter passes to Mitchell. No good. 3 for 6 shooting in this game. And so Thompson will bring it up for Houston. Here's Brooks. He's got 13. Back to Eason. Shot clock at 5. Over Mitchell. The rebound by Donovan Mitchell. Cleveland has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Great open look there. And it's an 8-point Cleveland lead.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Now here's Green. Eason a screen on Mitchell. Outside Eason. It'll count. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
Boy, that was close. Got it in just in the nick of time.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Cavaliers ahead. They lead by 5. And we'll be back for the second. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Jared Allen has been sensational.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
Darius Garland is out there with Ty Jerome. Then there's Dean Wade, then it's Thompson, and it's Strus in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs.
Yeah, pretty slick move by Smith. You got to have a strong handle to go up against NBA defenders.
Garland, no good. Rockets trail by 5. Well, the recent success of the Cavs has centered around their defense, RJ.
Well, if you want a chance to contend, you're going to have to be able to defend. Their coach embodies that, and so does their personnel, specifically their front court.
Here's Green. The Cavaliers pull it in. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Jerome passes to Garland. Back to Jerome. Pass to Thompson. He tries for 3. Sinks the tray. Thompson's got 5 points. Houston has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Now here's Whitmore, guarded by Garland. And that one's good. Whitmore's gotten his first basket of the night.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Here's Garland. Here's Thompson. Puts the move on. Let's go with a 3. Jerome, no good. Rockets trail by 6. Smith outside. Picked by Tate. A nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 4 points in the quarter.
Man, you have to like the patience there. Smith reading the defense and then attacking.
Pass to Thompson. Out to Garland. Back to Thompson. To the paint. Garland looking around. Fades. It's hauled in by Houston. Smith outside. Pass to Tate.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Goes back up. Here's Landale. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. The Cavaliers lead by 4. From deep, Strus. The shot, no good. The Rockets have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Second chance shot. And that one's good. Green.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
And there's the screen. Garland, the pass to Thompson. Smith against Garland. Takes it inside. Pass to Strus to get back on track. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
An equally gifted scorer and passer. Garland, unselfishness, it just keeps the defense on its toes.
Left side, Whitmore. Now Smith, guarded by Garland. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, what an athlete Smith is. Excellent at rising up to punch it home.
40 seconds left in the third quarter. 2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
Outside Garland. Thompson outside. Outside Garland. 6 to shoot. They set the screen. Outside Strus. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland. Strus has got 5 points.
Getting better and recognizing when his teammates are open. Garland, great time right there.
Smith with a screen on Garland. Here's Whitmore. Count the basket. Whitmore's gotten his second bucket on the night.
If you give him any sort of space, he's gonna attack.
The drive by Garland uses the glass to finish the layup.
D-Wade with the assist.
Smith outside. Good if it goes. No good on the buzzer beater. The third quarter comes to a close. Cleveland on top, up by 5. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. We've got Green. Tari Eason is out there with Dylan Brooks. Then it's Thompson, and it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
At this stage of the game, the offensive rebounding and putback is massive. It feels like a 4-point swing.
No question, it's a big impact play. Credit to him for working hard to find that opportunity.
Fires in the triple. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Brooks a screen on Mitchell. Here's Green. Pass to Şengün. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Eason. Mobley gets a hand on it.
Hard to protect your shot from Mobley's length. Look, he just bats that ball away.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. First and foremost, he wants to see more points on the break. He asked his team, where's the urgency? We know what we can do in transition. Now let's go out and...
Oh, Donovan Mitchell! He's got springs in those legs!
I'm just going to be real with you. With a full head of steam, the defense, they might not even bother when Mitchell's going that quickly.
Here's Thompson, and the slam dunk by Thompson.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Pass to Green. Five to shoot. 4-3. Oh, Jalen Green with the sweet stroke.
For Jalen Green to be an all-star level guy, he's got to knock down those threes.
Mitchell against Thompson. Mitchell, the pass to Allen. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got 8 assists in the game.
With an over 9-foot standing reach, Allen can go over you, around you, however you want it.
Eason, a screen on Mitchell. Mitchell against Green. Outside Eason. From deep. Hunter with the rebound.
Questionable shot selection in that three. Not really helping as they try and narrow the deficit.
And there's the call on Ben Thompson. That's his first foul. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Allen with a screen on Thompson. The three from Mitchell. It's rebounded by Houston. Thompson in the post. Guarded by Okoro. And there's Thompson on the assist by Şengün.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Mitchell on the run. For three, Allen. Brooks with the rebound. Rockets trail by 3. Here's Şengün. Outside Eason. A minute and a half left in the fourth quarter. Driving to the basket. It's Eason with the jam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Hunter the screen. Mitchell the pass to Hunter. They get it back. Here's Mobley. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Cavaliers lead by 3.
Showing poise in the clutch. Mobley has that quiet confidence.
Green against Mitchell. Screen by Eason. Here's Green. Oh, he nails it! And that one brings him within 1.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And there's the call on Ben Thompson. That'll be a second foul of the game. There's 47 seconds left in the final quarter. Allen a screen. Pass to Mobley. 4 on the clock. That shot is off. Eason with some nice D. Missed it! And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he ends up making the second. And that'll put him up 2. And Ime Udoka has called timeout. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
A chance to tie it up here.
And you also have to wonder if they'll try for a 3. But they'll probably try for a 2. But if something opens up outside, I doubt that they will hesitate to take it.
Eason a screen on Mitchell. Pass to Şengün, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Allen.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
And Houston has possession. Screen by Eason, and here's Green from the arc. Oh, that shot had a chance, but the all-or-nothing shot attempt is off the mark. And so the big win by Cleveland in a tight game. What a performance they have here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win.
Into this game state. It's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. Games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Edey, and it's Williams at the 3. And here is Mitchell following John Morant's 3. Allen's shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Bane with the screen on Allen. On the wing, Jackson. Allen with the rebound.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Hunter, no one around him. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Hunter with a screen on Williams. Mitchell kicks to Hunter. They get it again. Another shot. Pass to Okoro. Lets it go with a 3. Drills it from outside.
Textbook feed from Allen, a big man who helps facilitate the offense.
There's a good screen. Morant dishes to Jackson. Here's Edey. Allen defending. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Bane kicks to Williams. Stolen by Allen. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Pass to Okiki. Williams against Hunter. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Mitchell. There's the triple. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. Desmond Bane was the topic, and Coach was effusive with his praise. He said Bane is a great catch-and-shoot guy, but he'll find ways to contribute no matter what. He also said Bane is hard to game plan for, but they'll do their best not to let him get in rhythm. They will have their hands full tonight, guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Mitchell. The Grizzlies making the shot. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
.133 left to play in the first. With the drive, it's rebounded by Memphis. Williams with the ball, guarded now by Okoro. Pass to Edey. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Well, that's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
Now, here's Mitchell. 5 points in the game.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
It's Morant in the corner. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Morant's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Grizzlies. Pass to Okiki. Back to Mitchell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First, second team foul.
The aggressiveness of Mitchell, willing to take on the entire team to earn that foul.
And Mitchell drops them both. 27 seconds left in the first. Morant surveying the D. Pass to Edey. Now Jackson. Here's Edey. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Stolen by Jackson. With 1 on the clock. No good that time. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Cavaliers lead by 3. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Okoro out there with Donovan Mitchell. Then there's Allen. Then there's DeAndre Hunter. And it's Okiki in at the power forward. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. There's the pick. Morant drives in. 5 on the clock. Williams a screen. Jackson. Back to Morant. Outside Williams. Bane inside the three-point line. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers. Allen's got 4 rebounds in this game. Edey with the rebound. And here's the break. There's Jackson with the 3. And again, Memphis no good. Cleveland leading by 3. Here's Hunter. The shot no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. After back-to-back 50-win season stand, last season was frustrating for the Memphis Grizzlies in almost every way.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. They went 27-55. Due to suspension and injuries, they only got 9 games from their star, Ja Morant. But they still have a lot of young talent and still a team that can be very competitive in the future.
Mitchell with it. He's picked up by Morant. And stolen by Williams. 3-on-3 from the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Edey's got it all tied up now for Memphis.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Yeah, the score is also the result of quality defense. These teams are almost doing more on that end.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. And then Allen slams it in.
And how about the focus from Allen? Just powering through the physical defense and finding a way to score.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he shot 74 from the line a season ago.
Here's Morant. It's rebounded by Cleveland. To the inside. And slam dunk by Allen.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Payne for 3. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Payne seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And it's his decision-making. Hunter looking like a surgeon the way he operated that pick and roll.
Jackson, that's good.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
The drive by Mitchell. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Mitchell's got 9.
And how about the strength from Mitchell? Looking tough and determined on that aggressive take inside.
You can see, and coach, you can feel Ja Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. Clock at 2. Here's Allen. That shot is off, coming up empty for the second time this game. 4 for 6. The 3 from Morant. The Cavaliers pull it in. Allen's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Now, here's Okoro. He's guarded closely. Lobbed up there for Allen. And Allen slams it in.
You see how quick Allen moves in these situations, which makes him a perfect pick-and-roll partner.
Edey can hit. Now Mitchell. Pass to Okeke. Payne with the steal. And so that brings the first half to a close. Cleveland ahead as they end the second quarter with a 13-4 run. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You look at Jared Allen in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Well, that's certainly what I'd do. Until the defense shows they can stop him, ride the hot hand.
So on the floor for Memphis. Morant is the point with Bain out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Williams. And it's Edey in at the 5, roaming the paint. Garland against Morant. And here is Garland. Out to Wade. It's up a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Wade's got the lead up to 11 now for Cleveland. Hey, Stan, as a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
That's a great question, Kevin, and I think 2 things. Number one, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players, so you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
Back to Williams. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Here's Garland. 90 seconds now into the second half. Thompson sets the pick for Garland. Out to Thompson. He tries for 3. Rebounded by Jackson. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 11-point game. And that one's good by Clark.
Looking nimble on the drive there. Once Clark sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to exploit.
Here's Garland. Lays it up and banks it in. Garland's got 4 points this quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. They get it back. And Thompson kicks to Garland. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And the release for Garland is getting quicker as he gets more comfortable.
The Grizzlies trail by 14. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And right away they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. That one doesn't drop. The Cavaliers leading by 11. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Tao play for the Grizz. Marc said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Fires for 3. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Stevens. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Stevens got his first points in this one. Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 from 3-point range here in quarter number 3. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. There's 1:17 left to play here in the third. Thompson outside. Trying his luck from deep. It's Clark with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Here's Huff. Hasn't made one yet. Kennard's shot is off.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Garland, that's for 2. It's hauled in by Huff. The Grizzlies have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Stephens. Pass to Kennard. From deep 3-point land. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Thompson with the bucket.
Superb pass from Garland. He's all for setting up his teammate.
Kennard way outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now here's Thompson. Gets it off. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
Luke Kennard.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Wade out there with Thompson. Then it's Darius Garland. Then it's Max Strus. And it's Jerome in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Kennard for 3. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Garland the pass to Thompson. The three-pointer no good.
And not doing his team any favors jacking up three-pointers. He needs to realize that right away.
And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Substitution.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Hunter against Morant. Allen a screen on Morant. And that one's good. Hunter.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it. Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
A fadeaway. Mitchell sets the screen for Hunter. Just 5 to shoot. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. Williams sets a screen for Morant. Shoots over Okoro. Morant with another miss. The Cavaliers leading by 18. Here's Mitchell. And it's Morant with the rebound. Memphis has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th.
Well, Morant's acrobatics often get the attention, but his passing is also elite.
And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. The 3 from Morant. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Pass to Hunter. Picked off in midair. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. And so it's Cleveland with it. The lead is 15. And it's Vince Williams with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Pass to Hunter. Back to Mitchell. It's rebounded by Memphis. 80's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Cavaliers.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jared Allen.
Well, that work he's shown on the glass has been spectacular. You love to see that as a coach.
A terrific defender, and Jackson, one of those guys with great timing when he goes for the shot block and not afraid to send a message as well.
Allen surveying the D. Shot clock at 6. The 15-footer. Rebound by Williams. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Morant for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. Hunter for 3. And the 3 ball is good. And stolen by Hunter. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
And here's Memphis' starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. G.G. Jackson is out there with Jackson, and it's Edey in at the 5, down low. Now here's Eason, and stolen by Jackson. And they're pushing it up. Jackson on the wing, deflects the pass. Out on his own on the break. And it's hammered home by Green.
Once he takes flight, Green can make some incredible moves in the air.
Payne with a screen on Thompson. Pass to Payne, back to Morant, from behind the arc. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
About a minute into this first quarter. On the wing, Green. Brooks a screen on Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ja Morant grabs the miss. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Now here's Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Pass to Edey. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Houston.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. He said Ja Morant is so good and so entertaining that some guys on both teams just stand around and watch it. He told his players, if you let him get to the rim and do something spectacular, you're not only giving up points, you're energizing the guys around him. Coach wants to prevent the highlight reel kind of plays.
And Allie, thank you for that.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that 3 a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
The Grizzlies have gone only 1 of 6 so far. Launches it. It's hauled in by Houston. Sengun's got his 4th rebound in this one. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Thompson against Payne. Thompson's shot is off. Grizzlies trail by 4. And here's Jackson. And again, Memphis no good.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Here's Green. Banked it in off the glass.
Green doing work inside. Feels like he can score on just about anybody.
Clark, what catches your eye about Jalen Green at a fundamental level?
Well, it starts with his pure explosiveness. That just jumps out at anybody because he's jumping over everybody, okay? The way he can get up and down the floor and hang and lift. And that's what stands out, his athleticism. And he's actually rounding off some of the rough edges in his game that makes him kind of scary as we go forward.
Now here's Morant. He's got 6. And another 3 from Memphis.
Yeah, the quickness of Morant makes him tough to cover. He's able to pull up on a moment's notice.
On the wing, Green, pounded by Morant. Brooks against Jackson. And he's going for the lob. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Ahmed Thompson, incredible verticality.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Eason, good.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Memphis trailing here. And here we go, the Rockets in transition. "17 seconds left in the opening quarter. Brooks from outside, and that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got his 3rd assist of the night.
And you got to at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
To the left side wing. Launches a 3, and Houston another 3.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. The Rockets on top. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Rockets. Guys?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
On the court right now for the Grizzlies. Manning the backcourt was, an impossible move! Ja Morant!
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
Thompson in the post, guarded by Bain. Jackson against Eason. Brooks outside, 5 on the clock. There's the triple. Second shot opportunity. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I like how Thompson put pressure on the D, taking it strong near the hole.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
Morant, no good. And it's Green with the ball for Houston. They lead by 8, biggest lead of the game. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, "I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that." To me, winning was the most important thing.
And they did a lot of winning, Allie. The NBA becoming more and more global, Clark. Şengün, a perfect example of that.
Yeah, Alperen Şengün out of Turkey. Right now on the fast track to being the best player to ever come out of his homeland. So still very young, but boy, his future is quite bright.
Well, the defenders stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. If you look at rebounding rate, Tari Eason is one of the best in the NBA, Clark.
Yeah, you think about rate, it basically looks at what percentage of rebounds do you get while you're on the floor, and Eason is prolific in terms of boards per minute, uses his 6'8" frame well, and he's gobbling up rebounds at well under 1 every 3 minutes. That's a lot of heavy lifting there, folks.
Morant, no good.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And, you know, they've got to be careful, because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Grizzlies trail by 16. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And again, it's Memphis missing. Houston has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Eason against Jackson. Outside, Green. The 3 is up. Memphis with a rebound. Left side, Morant. Will it go? And he's now 6 for 11 after that one.
And Morant can really fill it up, especially from these in-between areas.
3 minutes of action thus far in the second.
In the first half. 2 minutes.
Now Green. 5 points in the game. Pass to Thompson. Brooks against Jackson. Outside for Green. Oh, stolen by Morant. Jackson on the wing. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Edey. Defended by Şengün. Tipped. Back comes Houston in transition. Three-pointer, Brooks. A minute 22 left to play in the half. 6 on the shot clock. The three. They grab their own miss. Great positioning on the putback. And the Rockets lead by 16.
You know, we talk about the value of size out of the backcourt, and that sequence by Thompson is a great example.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
50 seconds left in the half. Here's Thompson. Outside for Brooks. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, just showcasing his athleticism. When Brooks gets open space around the rim, he looks to throw it down with authority.
Morant. Quick drive gets Morant to a shot.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Eason, good.
Nice to see such unselfish play from Green, putting the team ahead of himself.
Jackson drawing the double team. The three from Bain. Edey. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 8 rebounds in the game. Pass to Eason. Lets the three fly. The shot won't fall. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's Houston up by 16. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
20.
As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Tate and Smith at the forward spots. Whitmore is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Landale's checked in for Adams. Now here's VanVleet. Outside Whitmore. Off target from three-point range. The steal. Up top Smith. Defended by Kennard. VanVleet with it. Working on Aldama. That shot wide open. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Here's VanVleet after the basket by Memphis on the other end. The three. And Houston, another three.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Pippen. No points so far. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
Yeah, not a smart move on that pass. Hopefully he'll learn from that.
The Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Kennard outside. Off target from outside. The Rockets lead by 23. VanVleet outside. Picked by Smith. There's the three. It's rebounded by Memphis. And how about the Fred VanVleet story? From undrafted to all-star and NBA champion.
It's one of the remarkable journeys in the history of the league. There are a number of guys that have gone undrafted and ended up being all-stars and champions, but you think about it, one of the things they have in common in my mind, BA, is a real understanding of who they are and what it's going to take to be successful. And then the willingness to put in the work and not be distracted by naysayers or the glamour of being a pro. They've got a real anchoring as to who they are and what their business is about, and then they maximize their ability. That's Fred VanVleet in a nutshell.
Kennard for three. It's hauled in by Landale. And so it's VanVleet with it. He brings it up for Houston. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. Sinks it from distance.
Yeah, no question VanVleet was going to find his man. He has excellent court vision.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, in the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Whitmore. Clock at 6. Pass to VanVleet for 3. No luck on that one. The Grizzlies have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Up top, Kennard. A minute 6 left to play in the third. Here's Huff. Here's Pippen. And again, it's Memphis missing. The Rockets have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Oh, wasted no time on that one. VanVleet's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And this is what VanVleet is known for, a volume three-point gunner who shoots it well.
Kennard outside. Here's Huff. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Huff's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. 29 seconds left in the third. VanVleet outside. Picked by Smith. Beyond the arc. Good. And VanVleet gets the assist. VanVleet's got 3 assists in the game.
And he likes to be the answer guy. Smith with a huge response 3.
Kennard for 3. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Nails it from beyond the arc. Whitmore's got 6.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. It's Houston running away with it. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter. When we return. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Bain. Jackson out there with Gigi Jackson, and it's Edey in at the center position. And here's Thompson for 3. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson against Thompson. Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. There's Jackson with the 3. The Rockets pull it in. Şengün's got rebound number 11. Thompson with it. The layup misses.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed. Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Eason, pass to Brooks. Drills it from deep.
And he's much more comfortable shooting off a pass. Brooks with a nice shot.
Here's Edey. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big-time effort. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Moran against Eason. Pass to Green. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Grizzlies have got nothing to fall in this fourth quarter. 0 of 5. To the wing on the left. Edey for three. It's hauled in by Houston. Eason's got his 5th rebound in this one. Brooks against Jackson. Left side, Green. Outside, Eason. Pulls up. And it's Bane with the rebound. Bane's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Moran. It's hauled in by Houston. Outside, Green. The deep three. Another shot. Outside for Brooks. The 3-ball. The offensive rebound. Eason, the pass to Brooks. Right side, Eason. Shoots over Jackson. Houston with another miss.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Memphis has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. Back to Morant. Pass to Bane. Jackson with a screen on Green. Here's Jackson. From deep, Bane. Thompson pulls it in.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Man, you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
Simply delaying the inevitable here. I mean, at this point, even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left.
Yeah, I think he's letting his emotions get the better of him on that foul.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
You have to respect Brooks' approach to the game. He's always looking for little ways to improve and wants every year to be his best. And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Rockets.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Amen Thompson.
Terrific initiative. Not content to let the game come to him, he went out and made it his own.
That one's good for 2.
Once Ja Morant gets rolling, there is no stopping him. Ja is feeling it tonight.
Moran against Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Jackson outside. Back to Bane. Outside Morant. Bane with a screen on Thompson. Bane, the pass to Morant. There's the drive. Deflected.
Lots of athleticism for the long center. Şengün getting it done.
Houston ball.
One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Desmond Bane. So that'll be a second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. That free throw is good from Thompson.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
Here's Bain. And he drops it in from the low post.
Assist goes to
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
And so Houston takes this one by a big margin. We saw 2 different teams.
Cavaliers are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Isaac Okoro out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3 slot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage. First points of the night, and you know this is going to be a battle of matchups.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Shots good by Green.
With his athleticism, Green plays a lot bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
The drive by Mitchell. It's stolen by Eason. Smith outside. They kick it out to Green. Here's Thompson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Indoors, the Cavs had a very successful 23-24 season. 47 wins and the number 4 seed in the East.
And Kevin winning a playoff series, their first one without LeBron James since 1993. Most of the players on the floor weren't even alive back then. Incredible to think of it in that context.
Clock at 4. Eason, a screen on Hunter, fires from deep. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Hunter with a screen on Thompson. Mitchell passes to Allen. Offline with his 3. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. From deep, Green. Jared Allen grabs the miss.
Oh, that was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of the shooter. It's so important.
Mitchell finds Allen. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Thompson.
Nice job drawing the contact on that move. Jared Allen, very difficult to contain because of his length.
And he makes both free throws. For Houston, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Eason, a screen on Mitchell. And Green launches it from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Green's got 5 now.
And you can tell Green is a competitive player, willing to put in the sweat to find looks.
And Thompson sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Down low. And it's Hunter with the jam.
And boy, when Hunter's aggressive, good things seem to happen for him and his team.
With the step back. Hunter against Brooks. Smith with a screen on Hunter. Brooks kicks to Smith. Shoots over Mobley. They grab their own miss.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Now, here's Mitchell. And then Allen slams it in.
Jared Allen has length and athleticism, and that's an easy opportunity. Wow.
Here's Smith.
2 minutes.
Out to Brooks. Here's Eason. Misses the 3. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. When it comes to the game's elite scorers, Doris, Donovan Mitchell is certainly on that list.
And Kevin, there's no question about it. He's a proven playoff performer, a natural leader who doesn't mind a team leaning into his scoring ability. And the beauty is he can do it in a lot of different ways.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, "It feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I've had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time." Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
David,
You are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, D.A., thanks. Here's Mitchell. The Rockets making the shot. Okoro setting the pick for Allen. And Allen slams it in.
Well, Jared Allen putting it on the deck and getting to the cup. Big man doing work.
Green against Mitchell. Green deciding where to go with it. Smith with a screen on Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. Stolen by Mitchell. And here we go. Okoro kicks to Mitchell. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Inside, Mobley slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Thompson.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Smith for 3. No good on that one. Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark, as we wrap up the first and the second quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Mitchell is out there with Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the 3. Eason with a screen for Green. Sweet move, and Green slams it in.
And how about the persistence from Green, refusing to let the defense bully him on that drive.
Kicks it out to Allen. Back to Mitchell. Clock at 6. Okoro passes to Allen. Eason grabs the board. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. And it's Smith that time on the assist by Thompson. Smith's got his second basket of the night.
And although 6'10", Smith possesses incredible agility. He is going to be a terror on the attack.
Houston in the lead. And here's Green outside. Does not find the target. That makes him 3 for 5. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Doors one of the more relentless players in the NBA, Donovan Mitchell.
Kevin, what I love about him is he loves the lead role. He feels very comfortable carrying tremendous responsibility on the offensive end. Donovan, one of the more confident players you'll meet. Well, that's a highlight play for Mr. Jared Allen. Nice pass from his teammate.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Smith with a screen on Mitchell. Here's Green. Here's the drive. And it's Green with the jam.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Nobody near Allen. And the 3 off target. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. In the corner, it's Eason. Smith sets the pick for Eason. No good with the triple.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
And it's Hunter with the jam.
There's a reason teams put the ball in Donovan Mitchell's hands. This guy, you trust him to make the right play.
Allen against Eason. Thompson, a screen on Allen. Eason. Knocked loose. Out to Thompson. Pass to Brooks. Back to Thompson. Green with a screen for Thompson. Outside, Green. Shot clock at 3. Brooks misses. The Cavaliers shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. 1:44 left in the first half of basketball. Mitchell against Thompson. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Houston's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Smith surveying the D. Out to Brooks. Pass to Eason. Back to Brooks. Outside Green. And it's going to be a 21-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Cleveland ball.
.109 left in the first half of the game. Mitchell against Thompson. Here's Allen. Rockets with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Out to Thompson. 43 seconds left in the first half. Brooks with a screen on Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. And Brooks gets it on the assist by Thompson. Brooks has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Mobley outside to the paint. Here's Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Once Jared Allen gets rolling, this guy will keep the pressure on. He wants to be great.
There's 18 seconds left here in the second. Thompson driving the lane, and it's good for 2. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Mitchell kicks to Allen. Back to Mitchell. Up in time. And that one released in time, but no good. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Rockets lead by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. You're thinking about the shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jared Allen in this game, he has been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Green is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then it's Cam Whitmore. Then there's Jae'Sean Tate. And it's Landale in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Thompson left side for the lead, and he sinks the layup. Thompson's got his first 2 points. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
Şengün passes to Landale. This one for 3. Şengün with the bucket. And the Rockets lead by 2. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
And that one, good.
Off and running right off the bat here to start the second half.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And when you watch Whitmore, he's much bigger than your average wing. Creates a different type of matchup.
Whitmore.
Good on both. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Pass to Wade. Buries the long-range jumper. Wade's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Back to Whitmore. Lays it up off the glass.
And Whitmore a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
Here's Jerome. Whitmore defending. Şengün against Wade. Pass to Jerome. And here's Strus. Here's Okiki. And it's off from three-point range. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Nasty move. Landale with the bucket. And now a three-point Rocket lead.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
The Cavaliers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Whitmore. Pass to Şengün. It's stolen by Wade.
2 minutes remain in the third.
Up again.
2 minutes.
Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Right wing. Landale with the bucket. Landale's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Now, Whitmore. Picked by Tate. 5 on the clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
This is what I love about Whitmore, his fearless attitude and that ability to draw foul.
The first free throw is good.
Whitmore. 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. 1:02 left to play in the third. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Boy, nice effort from Thompson there. Finishes the drive with the hammer slam.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Cleveland ball.
The Cavaliers have gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. Pass to Strus. They set the screen. Here's Jerome. Just 5 on the clock. No coverage that time.
5, Jerome.
Jerome's got the lead up to 3 now for Cleveland.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Now, here's Şengün. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Whitmore. Here's the floater. And the layup is up and in. Whitmore's got 8 points here in this quarter.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Here's Okiki. And he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Cavaliers on top. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this one?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson is out there with Wade. Then it's Max Strus, and it's Okiki in at the 3, the small forward. And it's Green missing. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Mitchell outside. Pass to Allen. Back to Mitchell. Over Smith. And it's Mitchell missing.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim.
From deep, Green makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And scoring the ball has always seemed easy for Green. It's starting to show here in this game.
Mitchell passes to Allen. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Hunter with the screen on Thompson. The drive by Mitchell. Sinks the triple. Hunter's got the lead. Back up to 3 now for Cleveland.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Pass to Eason. Stolen by Allen. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. Mitchell outside. Allen, a screen on Thompson. Mitchell passes to Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Now here's Green. Smith outside. 5 to shoot. For the 3. Mobley with the rebound. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Okoro dishes to Mitchell. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
There's a measure of composure with Donovan Mitchell. Just so calm and focused, understanding how to manipulate the pick and roll.
Smith sets the pick for Green. And there's the drop. Oh,
wow. No fear in the eyes of Green. Willing and ready to take the big shot for his team.
In the corner, it's Hunter. Mitchell outside. Hunter with the screen on Green. Mitchell kicks to Hunter. Pass to Allen. From deep. And there's Hunter on the assist by Allen. Hunter's got the lead up to 8 now for Cleveland. Green against Mitchell. Eason with a screen for Green. Tipped away. Eason with it. They set the pick. And the layup is good.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
The Cavaliers leading by 6. Here's Hunter. Mitchell outside. 58 seconds left in the 4th. With the fadeaway. Thompson with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense That time around, just lucky he was off.
Mobley against Smith. Out to Thompson. The three. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Here's Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And that one's good. Green. 15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The drive by Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk. Thompson with the bucket. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the